Good morning. Hope everybody's doing good today. I have a customer quilt I'm going to be working on. I know I haven't been around very much. I took a vacation to California and we just got back not too long ago. So anyway, trying to get back into it. Once you're not doing it every day, it's hard to get back into sometimes. So I have this sweet little quilt that I'm working on for my friend Margaret, and I just love these colors. This is kind of a creamsicle orange, and it's like one of my favorite colors. And this one is for one of her granddaughters, and I'm going to put the granddaughter's name on it. So I got to remember at the last row to put the granddaughter's name on it. And it's got a bunch of sea creatures and some dolphins and things like that on it, and it's going to be super cute. I'm just doing an edge to edge, and I've already lined up a few patterns that I looked at and decided on the shell pattern. And I think I'm ready to go. I decided on a variegated thread. It's Fantastico by Superior Threads. So I'm going to get started. I have one thing I want to talk about real quick is I don't know how other long armors are keeping track of their quilts or if you guys, I know a friend of mine, she does hers in a spreadsheet and in a notebook. But I tried several, since I'm an IT girl, I tried several database things to try to organize intakes for long arming. And so I built an Access database. I like that. It's not as convenient. I can't just take a picture and then put it in there. I have to take the picture, import it into my computer, and then put it in. But Access is easy for me to, create forms and invoices and things like that. And then I forgot that I tried a couple of different Apple type databases, and one of them was this, what is it called? It is called, of course, it gives me an icon, but it doesn't tell me the name. I think it's Nixon, or something like that. I would go back to the home page and see if it tells me. It does not. Okay. Nixon, Ninox. And so it is a database you can use on your Mac or your iPad. And I had created a database for long arming in this, and I totally forgot about it. And then I went off and did the Access database, and then I'm thinking, why did I do that? Because I already put some quilts in here. So I think what happened was I had some functionality I wanted, and I couldn't figure out how to do it in this database. And so then I went to Access, which I know better. And now I'm back to this one because this is easy. I can take a picture of the quilt and I can put it in there, and I can kind of show you what I have. Maybe. So you might not be able to see it, especially with the ring light. But I'm able to put a picture of her quilts, and I can have a list of quilts. And then I can also make a form for the invoice. And I can put other information like what quilt pattern I used, and I have a picture for that. And I think I need to add a couple more things on here that I put in my Access database, so I have to go back to this. And so anyway, yeah. You guys tell me, how do you keep track of your customer quilts? I don't do a lot of customer quilts, so it's not like I have a bunch to keep track of, but I'd like to be able to put my own quilts in here too. So I remember when I quilted them, what I quilted on them. I'm not very good at taking pictures of my own quilts, and then I give them away and they're all gone. So let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment and tell me how you manage your long arm quilts that you're doing for others, or your own if you want to do that. So let's get started. In this clip, I'm basting down the top and the sides of the quilt.
Now I'm setting up my edge to edge. I'm just selecting the left-hand corner, the right-hand corner, the bottom two corners, and uh, that should be it. And then I just need to put the length of the quilt in. I'm starting my first row of my edge to edge, and I always wonder, is it going to look good? Is it going to work out? And it always does.
Before I start quilting, even though I'm not down to that point yet. It's just kind of bothering me. And I think the stitching looks really good. The color, the variegated thread is really pretty. It looks pretty on the back. And hopefully I have enough of it to finish the quilt. And she has another one that's this color. And I don't have any other thread but this one that matches. So, I have to think about what I'm going to do. So I'm getting ready to set up the second row. And I just rolled the quilt, and here's my second row. So I noticed on my first row that this stopped not at the edge of the quilt, and I hate that. I don't know why these pattern designers don't do that. So I'm going to fix it on this row and probably every row so that it goes past the edge here. So what I'm going to do is just click on it, go to nodes, and grab it and just move it out. And I like that a lot better. So let me know what you guys do when you get to this row. Normally I would have stretched it and made sure some of the pattern went over the edge and then maybe just clipped it. But I haven't been on my long arm in a while, so sometimes I forget. So let me know what you guys do. Thanks. I actually ended up stretching this side a little bit too, so it started on the edge of the quilt. And like I said, normally I would take care of that before I start quilting. And this pattern has some gaps in it, so we'll have to see what it looks like. But I think it's really cute. It was difficult to find a C pattern that I liked. I think if I have time someday, I'm going to sit down and make one, maybe with starfish or something on it. These are kind of clamshells, and then it looks like some seaweed or something like that. But I think it'll be cute for this quilt. You can see all the dolphins on it and the whales, and I think it'll turn out really pretty. I'm on the last row, and I want to put the name Nora in this border, so I'll show you what I did. So here's my last row, and it's almost a full pattern. And I put some letters in there, and I copied them 3 times for each one. And I probably should have done it in order because they're not in order. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch out the pattern, and then I'm going to stop it and see if I can try to set the sew order for the letters so they do all the N's at the same time, and the O's and the R's and the A's. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Well, after stitching it out, and this is, it looks like it went over a couple of times in some places, but I actually think this is good enough, and I'm not going to try going over it again. And I think it looks pretty cute. Here's the completed quilt. It's pretty small. I think it's a 54 by 62. And it's just for her granddaughter, and I think it turned out super cute. And here's the name, Nora. And I couldn't show taking it off the long arm because We had some plumbing issues and our basement flooded a little bit, and so my husband has it kind of a mess. So I'm going to try to get these quilts done so I can see if he needs to take the floor up underneath the long arm.